Today we're going to do a quick lesson on how to graph from something called standard form. This video is simply a reminder of how to rearrange equations to isolate a variable. Standard form is just a form where x and y are on the same side, and so you need to get y alone. You already know how, but hopefully this is going to jog your memory so you can apply it to slope-intercept form. Say there is an equation, and that equation is 2x minus 3y equals 12. But I need it in slope-intercept form so I can graph it. Slope-intercept form isolates y. That means I get y all by itself. So isolate y. So when we did this before, we did it this way. Y is what I need to isolate, so that's what I start with. And I say y is being multiplied by -3, then added to a 2x. Remember, it's adding 2x because the 2x is positive to get 12. And then we go in reverse. So we will start with 12, subtract 2x, and divide by -3 to equal y. So what is that going to look like? Well, let's check it out. We start with 12, we subtract 2x, divide by -3 to equal y. Now there's one more step we need to take here because we need to simplify. So for those of you that were in Mrs. Lay's class last year, it was called the Hart theorem. Everything here gets divided by -3, not just part. So 12 divided by -3 is -4, and a -2x over -3, a negative over a negative gives me a positive. I'm going to write that like 2/3 x. Since 2 can't be divided by 3 and I can't simplify the fraction, I'm just going to leave it as 2/3 x. Now I'm in slope-intercept form. Notice the 12 divided by -3 went last because that's my constant, or y-intercept. And the term that had the x in it went first on the right-hand side because that's my slope. So y equals 2/3 x minus 4 would be my graph. So when I graph, I'm going to start at, of course, -4. And the slope is telling me from there to go up to right 3. I'm going to continue that pattern for as long as my graph will let me. And then I can use a ruler to make a straight line and graph my equation. I'm getting a little bit off here, so I would want to fix it, of course. You guys will have rulers, so you won't need to. But there's my line. Let's try one more. Now I have -4x plus 5y equals 15. So let's take a look at what we're going to do. Y is being what? Y is being multiplied by 5, right? Multiplied by a positive 5. Then since this is a -4x, we're going to call that subtracting 4x to equal 15. So now remember, we go in reverse order doing opposite operations. So we're going to start with 15. We're then going to add 4x. Then the opposite of multiply by 5 is divide by 5 to equal y. So when I simplify, remember I have to simplify both parts. 15 divided by 5 is positive 3. And 4x divided by 5 can't simplify this fraction, so I'm going to leave it as a 4/5 x. That's going to all be equal to y, and here's my slope-intercept form. Y equals 4/5 x plus 3. Then I would graph. I start at positive 3. My slope is telling me from there to go up 4, right 5. I don't have room to do that again, so this is where I'm going to draw my line. And it's going to look something like this. Make sure to use rulers and go through the points exactly. Our assignment this time is graphing from standard form worksheet. See you tomorrow. Good luck.